Well, Neil, it's good to see you, mate, in this impressive facility here at Aston Villa. New club, how's it going?
It's going great, mate, to be honest. It is a massive football club and a really big team when I was growing up, and someone who actually made my debut against for Wrexham. So I think, when the opportunity come to this football club, I wanted to challenge myself. So I'm really happy to be here. And
moving down from the Premier League to the Championship, did you consider maybe not coming here because of that, or were you just at a stage where you just wanted to play?
Yeah, it didn't even cross my mind, sort of dropping down a league. I thought about it briefly, but when I knew it was this football club, it was a different challenge for me. And I could have stayed at Swansea. I had a couple of years left still on my contract, and maybe seen in the summer what was going to happen or anything like that. But when the opportunity come up, and for a footballer, when somebody wants you, it makes a big difference. And I think as soon as I knew it was this football club, I had no issues with dropping down a league.
Obviously, to come here to Aston Villa, you had to leave Swansea. 7 years at the club, you know, that length of time at any football club, you grow an affinity with the people. How hard was it to leave?
It was really difficult, to be honest. I think the deadline day was on the Monday or the Tuesday, and I think I only got the call on the Friday before to say, listen, this is an option. The club were obviously doing it as a swap deal, and they were looking at it as well. But at the age of 28, I just thought to myself, you know, I've maybe become not too comfortable, but I was in my comfort zone at Swansea, one of the senior lads there now. I felt like go and challenge myself again while I'm still sort of supposed to be in my prime. I think to go and have a go at something new. And also the club in the last couple of years went through a massive transition phase, which was difficult for some of us that have been there for years, and the way we used to play football and the way we've been working. I think the club had changed a lot from sort of top to bottom in some ways. I think the game at the weekend or the weekend before, the sort of 14 new lads were playing football for the club that haven't been there in the sort of last 2 years. And the club was in that transition phase for sure. And I just felt like being one of them players that was there in that sort of last phase of success. I felt it was right for me to move on and try it somewhere else now.
Coming to a new club, do you contact the gaffer, Chris Coleman, or do you think he's going to be supportive whatever decision you make?
Yeah, no, I did contact him. I spoke to him about it. For any manager, especially an international manager, as long as you're playing football, then they're happy. You know, it's when you're not playing football, even if you're a massive football club, if you're not playing football, it's not beneficial for an international manager. So, yeah, as long as I was happy and everything was right for my family and me, then Chris Coleman's always been supportive of every player in that way.
I've obviously done my research coming here to interview you. Wikipedia, 160 appearances for Swansea, 0 goals. Obviously, Big Olsen's come in at left back, new left back at the club, 2 goals already in less than 2 months. Probably, how does that make you feel?
I don't know. How many crosses come into the box? That sort of thing. That's what I look at, to be fair. So, not bothered one bit. Again, it doesn't bother me, that sort of thing. I mean, the happiest I've been in the last 3 weeks is the fact we've got 4 out of 5 clean sheets here, so that tells you how boring a footballer I am, to be honest. But yeah, I think no, I should definitely score more goals, to be honest. 4 in 10 years is not great, but again, I do take.
But the last one.
I was going to say, what? I mean, there is one that was on a half decent stage. I mean, I don't know if anyone's seen it, but I think it was definitely one that I can pull out the locker whenever I need to.
Has Olsen scored at the Euros? That's the question, isn't it?
It's a question for a lot of people. I don't know if even Ronaldo scored in the 3rd game of the group stage. I'm not sure a lot of people can shout about that one. But no, listen, I should definitely score more goals, but it's not my #1 priority. But I think as long as the football team wins, then I'm not too bothered.
And the big game's coming up next week. Been a bit of a break since that Serbia game. Have you been in touch with the lads, or have you decided I need a break from these boys?
No, the lads are always in touch. We've got a group chat and that, so we're often taking the mick out of each other and that sort of thing. Yeah, we're pretty much family now after that last summer. So yeah, we struggled, especially after the Euros. I think quite a lot of us had deep depression and that sort of thing. So I think, them lads will always be mates now from now to the end of life, obviously because of the summer we spent together. But I think we always look forward to joining up together as a group of lads.
How do you see that game going? Playing against Ireland, top of the group, you know, in a position that we would like to be in at the moment. What's your assessment of them?
It's probably quite similar to us. I think they've got a great work ethic throughout their team. They've got a game plan that they stick to, and they know what they need to do. And I think, and the lads seem to look like they get on really, really well. And I think that's the basis for any good team. But you've got to take your hat off to them to come off the back of what was a good Euros for them as well, I think. They've started well again, and I think this is a game for us where we need to make sure that we get a result of some sort, at least a draw and hopefully a win. I think if they win, it means then that the group stage is in other people's hands and not ours. You want to probably be going into the summer and next season in the mix. and at the top of that group, and that gives us a chance to push on then, much like in the Euro campaign. So I think, yeah, it's a big game and a Friday night for the Welsh fans to travel over into Dublin. It's going to be, yeah, a great time.
Well, Neil, diolch yn fawr am ddod ar clwb 2. Good luck with the Aston Villa career, a pob lwc yn Iwerddon wythnos nesaf.
Diolch yn fawr.
Diolch boi.